I met Greg a few years ago. He was working as a caseworker with Casey House in Toronto, and was doing fine. So I think we're going to try a breakout room now. And we missed the first one, but I'm just trying to be conscious of time. But I think we're going to be divided. Sue, or is it into three different groups we're going?
So it depends on how much time you want, Harry. I think if we're in 4 groups, it puts 3 to 4 people in each one, and that's probably a nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Sounds good.
We'll go into 4 groups, and let's say about 5 minutes, and then one person could report back for the group. But here's the question: what do you think a person needs to leave the culture of prison behind and return to the culture of everyday society? What does a person need?
What we're doing right here, Harry, restorative justice programs.
Okay. All right. So we're going to break into groups, and you're asked to join, and we'll be brought to. So a very short report back from our group would be Ron. Ron, just tell us what came out of ours, please.
Well, what we shared was that someone coming out of prison needs shelter. They need a place to live. They need to have a job, some place to work, and friends, someone they can talk to, or someone they will listen to them. And we felt that we also shared the idea that having a supportive family is very important, but it doesn't necessarily have to be your blood-related family. It can be a family of another community that will help you and will support you. And another thing that I remembered too from my own experience was it takes time to build that trust and that friendship with people that have come out of prison.
Sometimes, as you said, years. Who's the other group? What's the other group? What other group reported? Who's reporting from? Paul?
So actually we came up with, so what convicts need basically, like I said earlier, is programs that we're doing now, restorative justice programs, community involvement, and a sense of belonging. Because what they're going through, like the videos that said, they're lacking a sense of nurturing, they're lacking a sense of belonging, they have trauma, which leads them to do things that seem a bit confusing to them, or it just leads them to bad decision making. So what we were saying is that they need a mentor or a friend, a guide or a tutor, because with advancements in technology over the years, they're progressing astronomically. Over, let's say you're in prison for 10, 20 years. If you get out, you're going to feel like an alien. You're not going to know what's going on. 20 years ago, people barely had cell phones, right? So, I mean, you really need somebody to hold your hand and guide you until you get on your feet. And even then, continue to push you in the right direction and bring you to programs like these, like we're doing now. So you have that sense of belonging, have that sense of community, and you feel loved. And programs like this have shown that it reduces recidivism rates by up 14 to 20% all across the UK, United States, and Canada. So programs like this really do work. And at the end of the day, it's a sense of belonging and a sense of community that they need.
Thank you. What other groups?
Hi, Harry. I'll just talk for a second. It was, I think, just, quick. It was, they need to be, we need to be trusted again, and the support of family, and this takes time.
Good. And finally, what other group was there?
Doug. So,
Doug, yeah.
So what we talked about in our group is that one of the things was the OCI training program coming out. And so some of them had requested to stay a little longer because it really helped them to deal with the issues they had been through. And it's a very trying time. So it just helps them to refocus their brain a little bit better. The other one was the prevention program that they talked about and how to deal with certain things with obstacles that they've been through in the past. And then obviously therapy with that, and the probation officer. And I think, Trevor, you talked about it a few times about, is it Andrea? It was really helpful in introducing Trevor into a number of different social outlets. And then Eric was starting to talk a little bit about, he had a group on the outside while he was inside, so that helped him when he got out. And we didn't catch all of it, and then we sort of cut out. So, sorry about that, Eric.
And sorry, one more good point.
Oh, no
Paul
problem.
brought up was that they need the promotion of success stories to motivate individuals that get released. You know, Paul was saying about a story of a coffee shop that hired ex-convicts and gave them sleeping quarters above the coffee shop, and it really gave them, you know, a sense of, you know, accomplishment. And stories like that motivate, you know, ex-convicts when they get out, because they don't seem as helpless and as hopeless.
Thank you. We're always up against time, but I appreciate that everything that you all said, and it's a huge issue. I'm going to go back to our to our PowerPoint here again.